Have you ever noticed that when something doesn't feel right in your body, have you ever noticed that when something doesn't feel right in your body, the first question we usually ask is, what's wrong with me? It's such a natural question that most of us don't even realize we're asking. And for a long time, I didn't question it either, because if something hurts or changes or stops working the way it used to, of course we want to know what's wrong. There's nothing unreasonable about that question. But over the years, working with women and studying Ayurveda, I found myself becoming curious about something. Not the symptoms themselves, the questions we ask about them. Because I begin noticing something. The question we ask determines the direction of our investigation. If I ask what's wrong with my body, my attention naturally goes towards finding something to fix, something to eliminate, something to suppress, and sometimes that's exactly what's needed. But I started wondering, what happens if I ask a different question? Not what's wrong with my body, but what might my body be trying to tell me? At first, those two questions don't seem very different, but I don't think they take us in the same direction. The second question doesn't assume the body has become something we need to fix, something we need to correct and control. It invites curiosity. It asks why my body might be responding this way. And I think that's a very different place to begin. Imagine two women who both wake up every night at 3 o'clock in the morning. If both of them asks what's wrong with my body, they'll probably begin looking for a way to stop waking up. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting better sleep. But if they ask what my body might be trying to tell me, the conversation becomes much broader. They might begin wondering about stress, about digestion, about their daily rhythm. And all these things, all these causes, possible causes, might be different for each one of them. They might be wondering about what has changed over the last few years. The symptom is the same, but the direction of the investigation has changed. And sometimes when the direction of the investigation changes, the possibilities we begin to see change too. This doesn't mean we immediately know the answer. Curiosity isn't certainty. It doesn't magically solve the problem, but I do think it changes the way we relate to the problem. So instead of immediately assuming the body is failing, we become curious about what it's responding to, what it's adapting to. And I think that's a very different relationship. And it also opens up the way that we might want to answer or give or think about what the body, that particular body for those two different women, what their each unique body needs. So this week, I would like simply to invite you to try something different. The next time your body responds in a way you don't understand, Before asking what is wrong with my body, perhaps pause for just a moment and ask what my body might be trying to tell me. What is my body trying to tell me? You may not have an answer right away, but I found that asking a different question often opens the door to seeing something I couldn't see before. And sometimes that's where understanding begins.